Hi everyone, welcome to another time with Let's Talk to Project Management. It's your host today, Jeff Joseph. I'm here with my very good friend, a renowned project manager and also a senior consultant, if I may say. His name is Olu. Olu, say hi to the guests.
Hi everyone, I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, great. So Olu is a guy who I've known for a while, and of recent he made a post over on social media regarding lessons learned from a company and how leadership role affected resource and also project management, and this really got my interest. So I was like, why not? I bring this to my guest. So Olu, could you give us a little introduction so that people get to know who you are?
Yeah, so my name is Olumide. I studied architecture and then I've been working within the construction industry for the last 8 years. So I started off in a project management company. That was in 2018 and I was there for about 3 years. And then afterwards, I moved to the consultancy side, so being a design manager for a construction company. So so far I've been into this aspect of managing people, projects, and resources.
All right, that's great. Thank you. And where you based actually?
So I'm based in Munich in Germany.
Oh, okay, interesting. So tell me, regarding this post or write up, I was really intrigued about it. What was the inspiration about this?
Well, I'm someone who loves to reflect a lot, and when my company, like the main headquarters, filed for bankruptcy, it was a situation that got me thinking for a long time actually, um, because no one really saw it coming because they're like a very big giant there, and it was something that everyone spoke about for a long time. And then for me, I just reflected over the last um, 6 weeks
Mm-hmm.
and then put my thoughts together, and that was how you got the post.
Oh, okay, interesting. Uh, I did a review of it, and I found it really intriguing. And I have some questions. I feel like this could help, like the viewers back home, who are like in organizations where working as a project manager or in a leadership role or as a just a staff there.
Mm-hmm.
On lessons learned from your experience and things you think they could improve on, because this could guide another company in order not to make these decisions that your company did. And also, as you know, the market is a bit flexible. So sometimes startups are just joining the market going up, and also established companies coming down.
Mm-hmm.
So from your experience, you say you've been like 7 years plus in this area.
Correct.
So my first question would be, were there signs, as you being a regular staff of this company, that you saw that like could have made a difference?
Um, so first, yes, there were signs that I realized I had seen, but I didn't really take into consideration because when you're on the construction site, things are happening very fast, so you don't have time to even gossip or talk about what is happening at the headquarters because the headquarters is far.
Mm.
So this was the sign. I think one major sign was there were lots of changes in the management level,
Mm-hmm.
and when those kind of things happen, it's always a sign that things are someone is shaking the table at the top. There's a sign that was there, but we didn't really take so seriously.
Okay, that's interesting. So what is it literally saying is that as a staff, even if when you're not in leadership, you still have the right to know what's going on in the company. How can you contribute? It's always better when you're not so much focused on your job. You can also learn more about the company and chip into your bosses so that maybe this could actually help. Sometimes I can remember me being a junior. Sometimes I give some advices to my bosses, and you see it being used in leadership roles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I feel like that's a very good thing you just did it.
Yeah.
Then another key question: what did leadership do to salvage this problem? What was their actions?
Well, I would say so far, they've managed the situation well.
Mm.
This my management here in Germany, because immediately it happened, they reached out to everyone and they informed everyone of the situation. and they calmed everyone down,
Mm-hmm.
because when this kind of things happen, everyone is panicking. They're going to research what does this mean and looking for jobs, and
Yeah.
so in that moment,
Mm.
the management did what was right to call everyone together and to calm them down, to say, okay, this is the situation. We're going to be updating you every 2 days
Yeah.
once we have the information, and that was really good.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. And also, something I really I saw from your post, it's when you're talking about external consultants. How did they play a role in all of this?
So just to give some context,
Like the being relying on them. How does that play a role on this
so
context?
the connection there is resources, so money, so
Yeah.
financial resources. So within the construction industry, you have different kinds of projects, very challenging projects, simple projects.
Mm.
And when you have a challenging projects, you may not have the staff, like the staff power internally. So what companies do is they rely on freelancers or external companies who have this experience, and these companies cost a lot.
Mm.
Yeah. So it's okay to use them, but what becomes a problem is relying on them consistently to a point where you're not able to develop your own
In-house people.
in-house staff. And so what this does is you're making profit on the higher level,
Mm-hmm.
but the staff internally are not developing. So when this happens, the staff could see himself as being stagnant, and then
Redundant,
he leaves the company, and then it takes a lot to hire a new person, onboard the person, and in the process, because the projects are going happening very quick, you don't have that patience. And so what they do is, okay, we find another freelancer who has the experience to cover up, and then it's like high overhead cost,
Yeah.
because this is how they operate.
Yeah.
They're more expensive than a normal staff, and so this is how the cost quickly escalates, and at the end, yes, you may make some profit, but it's not compared to when you're working with your own staff. So
Okay.
this is the connection there.
Your recommendation would it be then to put these externals with the internal staff, or how external consultants with this internal, or how would you say you can develop this younger internal staff, because it could be that they don't have the right experience for this project? What would be your advice there?
So this depends on the project.
Yeah.
For some projects, you need just one external staff. For some projects, you may need more than one. The most important thing is, do not make an external the head of the project team.
Okay.
Because in the end, he has his own company. His interests are different. Yes, he's signing the contract to work for your company, but the reality is he would put his own interest first. And so if the person is not someone who is very motivated, can manage his own business on the side without interfering with your own business, then it could be a challenge there.
Okay.
So first thing is, make sure that how you structure the team is sustainable for your own company's development. So in that case, and if, for example, you need to put this consultant in a leadership role, make sure you also have your own staff who is there in that leadership role and who this consultant reports to. And that way, the consultant is there driving it from behind, but your own staff is there in front making the decisions and learning in the process. And the good thing is, after the project is done, your own staff has the knowledge and can share it internally on the next project, or at the project closeout phase. So this is how I would propose you manage it.
All right, that's great. So guys, you heard it first from him. Interest is a key factor. So also, what is the interest of the external and the internal? You need to know all of these. You need to also have your own person in working closely with this external consultant in order to learn from them. This would, one, develop the team. Secondly, for few knowledge is within the team, and thirdly, cost saving at the long run, because you don't need this external consultant, which he already said is expensive to have. So that's a good one. Also, there's another thing. Are there like qualities you think like a good leader should have in order to lead a team?
Definitely, yes. A leader must be very empathetic. So you need to be able to relate with your team. And nowadays that you have a lot of young people in the workforce, um, having a young person lead an elderly person is not uncommon. So you would expect emotional intelligence also from an elderly person or a younger person. Emotional intelligence is underrated, but underestimated, but it's very important because it's this skill you use to understand complex behaviors in people. And when you have this emotional intelligence, you can manage situations that are seemingly going towards escalation and bring it back into the right track. And these are things that you would need as a leader because personalities are different. So technical knowledge is also very important because you don't want to work for a leader who doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, that's true.
And you want a leader who is good at managing their time very well because people work differently. And I think a good leader, yes, they may be busy, but they should be able to manage all the tasks very well and not just last minute bring this assignment and then you just kill the motivation of your employees in the long run. So these are some of the points I can think of.
Okay. I want to ask you a very interesting question. I always see this question online, people comparing. I feel like, guys, this will be the first time someone is answering this question.
Okay.
For a leader, soft skill, emotional intelligence, and all that, or technical skill, which is more important?
I think technical skill is more important.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, Emotional intelligence is also important, but when you are in a leadership position, you are you're leading people
Okay.
who are also technically sound.
So do you think it's still more important to having this when you know this is already shared within the team, or it's better you being the person with the emotional intelligence to guide this team?
Well, I think even within the team, you would have people who have different opinions, different directions,
Okay.
different ways of doing things, and you always need someone who is, I would say, neutral,
Okay.
who can make a decision. And I don't think emotional intelligence is enough to step in that situation. You need a leader who can see beyond the horizon, and this is why I feel like technical experience is important. Yes, this is an example you mentioned. There could also be another example where the team don't have that experience. They don't know how to go about it.
You're right.
So in that situation,
You're right.
what do you do?
Okay. I have one final question before I let you off the hot seat.
Okay.
In your perception,
Yeah.
what could you have done differently that could have salvaged this problem that we are having right now at your company? Personally, not as a department company, you as a person, what could you have done? Because I know you were in the leadership role, kind of, you know. What could you have done to solve this problem?
So what I could have done is, I mean, I did it.
Okay, well, yeah, what happened?
Yeah, because the thing is, for me now, I've been in my company for more than 3 years, and over this time, I've had different people come and go,
Okay.
and mostly leaders, like senior leaders, and I developed my relationship with them, and I also told them that, see, I see the potential, I see the future of this company, but at the same time I see the problems, I see things that if it's not solved, then it's going to be a big issue. So these were things that I did, yeah. And what could I have done differently to stop it from happening? Nothing. Maybe I could have been more attentive to the signs and
A lead first or what?
made my, my jackpot. But you learn from this kind of experiences.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And for me, I think it's also good that, I mean, I won't say it's good that I'm in this situation, but I know that in the end, all things work together for good.
Okay, true.
And that's like that's how I was able to come up with this piece that I wrote down. And now I'm in a position where
You talk about it.
I can talk about it. People are reaching out to me and noticing that, oh, okay, yeah, how are you doing? And asking me, okay, would I like to have an interview, an opportunity? So I kind of explain why things like this happen, but in the end, it's how you respond to it.
That matters.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Olu, for coming. We are so glad to have you today on this episode. I hope when the episode 3 is going to come out, right? The write-up part 3, right? I'm still waiting for that. Maybe we can also bring you back also. But guys, in a nutshell, we've been able to give a detailed understanding of what happens, what things you can do in order not to get into bankruptcy or crashing the company. Another thing is you as a staff, what can you do from your day to day to understand? Because the company is everybody working in it. It's just not the bosses. It's all of us. So your day-to-day contribution makes a difference. You should always have that mindset. When you come to work with that mindset, you know that we are all like stakeholders to this company. So the job is to make the company move forward. So yeah, you've heard from him, a lot of experience from this. I hope someone may have gotten a key indication, okay, something is going wrong, I have to fix it. I don't want to go through the whole point, but you can always drop a comment on the comment section, reach out for more information, like, follow our page, subscribe, and see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.